Today I'm going to show you how to do a swing, a caster swing on the new Hunter alignment machine. Obviously you can see we've already driven our vehicle up onto the lift. If you guys don't know how to use this lift, you can refer to my 4-post lift video. You can see here, excuse me, the center of our tire. We're going to pull it up just far enough that the center of our tire is in line with whichever size vehicle this is. You can see we have compact, we have most vehicles, and we have oversized tires. And the reason for this is we're going to roll this vehicle forward. And when we put these sensors on here, it matters because if we have it too far forward and we roll it, the sensor is going to get crushed, the arm of the sensor. So you're going to want to make sure the center of the rim is just about in there, and then the front of the tire is in line with the center of the turn plate here. So once you've got that done, you'll have the vehicle in neutral. We're going to now go ahead and raise the lift up to about knee height so that the sensors, you can see the flashing red lights on the Hunter T-arm there, is going to be able to see the back sensors. Right now, with the height that it's at, it can't see those. So we're going to raise it up to just about knee height. Excuse my video, man. All of my locks just hit, and I'm going to now go ahead and lower the vehicle down onto those locks so that the lift is level. If we're not doing that, if we're doing the alignment while it's still up on the hydraulics and not on the locks, our alignment's going to be off because the vehicle won't be level. So we heard all 4 locks click. I'm just going to hit the lower lever. You can see all 4 of them hit. The vehicle is now level. So one thing that's super important when you guys are doing alignments is tire pressure, right? So I've already checked all the other ones, but I'm sure you guys can know how to check tire pressure. But you'll use your gauge and you'll make sure that the tire pressure is at the correct setting. And if you guys don't know what tire pressure to put the tires at, inside the door here, you can see that there's a placard, and it says exactly what the tire pressure should be at for this vehicle. If the tires are different sizes, it will have, obviously that pressure isn't going to be correct if they have the incorrect tire size. So you can just go off of 80% of the max tire inflation that's on the tire. So now that we've got that done, our lift is up. I've already got the machine set up here to where I'm at this point to put the sensors on. Put the pins should be in the turn plates already. Everything should be set up. The wheels should be blocked so that it's not going to roll away. These are our sensor heads. You can see these red handles correlate with our most vehicle spot on the lift. You can see over there we have blue handles and black handles as well hanging on the side of the machine. And so if we have a compact car, say Fiat would be considered a compact vehicle, we would exchange these red handles for the blue handles, and we would make sure to put the center of the tire where the blue spot should be. So these are spring loaded. You can see they just come out. When you put this on, you're going to center it right in the center of the lug nuts there, and you're going to just swing these over and set it into one of the divots on the tread. And once it's on there, you're going to look at it, you're going to see, okay, it's a little too high right now. So it just needs to come down a little bit, and you're just going to want to get it somewhat level. It doesn't have to be perfect. And once you've got it where you want it, there's this gray lever here. You just lock that down, and the sensor is now locked on. It's not going to go anywhere. Everything is well. So, when we come back up here, you guys are just going to follow the directions. It asked me to put the pins in the turn plates, block the wheels. I didn't have them blocked, but go ahead and mount the targets, which I did. So we're going to hit ready. And you can see it now sees all of my sensors because I raised it up to knee height, right? If I hadn't done that, it would show a gray box with a flashing red light that would say, hey, I don't see this sensor. So you're going to take your blocks, you're going to bring them up here off of the side of the tire, and you're just going to look over at the machine, and you're going to roll the vehicle forward until you hear it click. You're going to want to get it right where those sensors match up with those black lines, which if you're blind like me, it's kind of hard to see sometimes. Okay, so now it measured that as we rolled the vehicle forward. It measured how these sensors moved in correlation to their original spot. So you're going to put this block over here and make sure it's not hitting this arm. You're going to put that block there, so now the vehicle can't roll anywhere, right? So we're going to come up here. It tells you to block the wheels. You're going to remove the pins from the turn plates, and you're going to remove the bridges here. So we're just going to go ahead and do that on all of them really quick. You can see some of them are tethered onto the vehicle, and some of them aren't, and that's okay. You can just set them there on the lift, not a problem. I do want to show you guys up close here. On the front ones, we've got these turn plate bridges that sit behind the wheel, so as the car is coming up onto the turn plate, it doesn't lift the turn plate and throw the bearings everywhere. So now that we don't need it, now that we're not taking the vehicle off the turn plate, we go and remove it. We have our 2 pins, just like in the back, all as well. So now, you can see we've blocked the wheels, we've lowered the turn plate bridges, which is, we took those bars out, right? And we removed the turn plates from, or removed the pins from the sit plates and the turn plates. We'll go ahead and hit ready. So now, it wants me to install the brake pedal depressor. And I'll show you guys that right now. This is our brake pedal depressor. How it works: this padded side sits up against the seat, and you put pressure onto the brake pedal, and then this, it gets cockeyed, and it wedges itself onto this bar so that it can't move. The reason we want to do this is because what we're going to do, like I said in the beginning, is right now we're doing a swing. We're measuring front caster, right? And so if we don't do this, the wheels are going to turn as we turn our wheel. If our brake pedal is depressed, those wheels are now locked, and they're going to do this instead of turn each way. So now that it's locked in, you can see it's nice and tight. With these electronic, the power seats, you're able to just push the seat forward. You obviously don't want to push it forward too far that you're going to be mashing the brake pedal or ruining something on the seat. So now, if we look at our screen, it's okay to stand here with the door open because it's just looking at the front sensors, because that's all we're doing is moving the front wheel. You can see I'm going to turn the wheel to the left and put it right there in the center where the green is. I'll bring it to the right. Okay, now we're just going to bring it right back into the center. Sometimes it's a little touchy. So after we've done that, it gets all of our measurements, and it sees that gray box is what I was talking about earlier with not being able to see the sensors. One thing you guys do want to be wary of and keep in mind is when you're getting out of the vehicle or getting in or shutting the door or things like that, this vehicle right now is on these turn plates, and these turn plates are on ball bearings. And so if you push the vehicle too hard or slam the door too hard or hang off the door as you're getting out, you can actually move the vehicle. And when you do that, the machine doesn't compensate for that, so you can actually throw off your alignment if you're moving the vehicle too much. So as you're getting in and out, moving things, you want to be gentle with it. So now, for some reason, it's saying it doesn't see our other sensor, which I think is because somebody's in the way. Cameraman. So you can see here, we've got our camber measurements, we've got our caster measurements, we've got SAI, we've got toe, and that's all for the front. We've got left and right, we've got rear, left and right, camber, toe, and thrust angle. So for now, we'll go ahead and hit save before measurements. The steering wheel was not level before we got in, but we'll just go ahead and hit none. And then with these doing these alignments, you always want to remember caster, camber, toe, and you're always going to start in the rear, correct? So You're always going to adjust the rear caster, rear camber, and rear toe. But that is the basics of setting up the alignment machine and how to do a caster swing.